Hi again. I'm Sarika Bajoria, founder of Contemplative Designer. Welcome. Following on my previous video where I talked about how being creative can sometimes feel like so much work and almost a burden, and how I regained the joy and confidence of an authentically creative designer through the insight tool and practice that I shared with you. I hope you found that beneficial. Please share below what was your experience of it. And if you have any questions, please DM me on Instagram or LinkedIn. Today, I want to talk to you about listening. A familiar term, yes? Well, I think we can all agree that we are not taught about listening during our training as architects and designers, or even discuss its importance much in our professional lives. That's a lost opportunity. I firmly believe that the process of creativity hinges on our ability to truly listen, and it is critical in the development of meaningful and successful design projects and effective collaboration. Now, you might already think, hey, I'm a good listener. I always try to listen carefully to my colleagues and clients, even the difficult ones. In fact, look at me. I'm listening to you now with all ears and eyes. What more can I do? Well, there's always more we can do. Why? Because listening is not something we do passively, but something we should do actively. And that has the potential to change how we design and how we think about design. I want to share with you a story to shed some light on the underappreciated aspects of listening and how it can benefit you, your design process, and the many relationships you navigate in your design lives every day. A family run philanthropic foundation wanted to build its new headquarters, its home in New York City. As the senior designer on this project, my team and I put together a structured and interactive workshop with members of the family to understand how they collectively envisioned the experience, qualities, look, and feel of their future home. As part of this workshop, I had the family members that were from 3 generations gather in a circle and ask 5 questions that each family member would answer in turn, while the others were tasked with listening quietly but actively, paying special attention to the images and feelings that bubbled up as they took in the words of their loved ones. This was an experiment, and I didn't really know how this was going to go. In the end, however, the results were fascinating. As the listening exercise progressed, a new energy filled the room. There were so many expressions of raised eyebrows, surprise in the eyes, curiosity in their voices, even amazement in their faces that was so insightful to witness. Even though this was a really close knit family who thought they knew each other inside out, by the end of the exercise, voices of engaged and vigorous conversation filled the room. The family members had experienced each other in a way that they hadn't experienced each other before. And we, the designers, listened empathetically and were able to take in the valuable insights and shared vision gained from this exercise to translate as design principles and tools for the new home that we were designing for this foundation, with a sense of deeper understanding and possibility. So, what do you think was the key ingredient of this generative listening exercise? I think that more than anything, the sense of wonder that blossomed in each person as they listened in a new way, letting go for the moment of filters of familiarity and judgment. Through wonder, they experienced each other and their shared goals in a completely novel way, which gave voice to the larger shared intention that we were able to translate into built space that the family could be truly proud of. So, what if we listen to our familiar colleagues, consultants, bosses, clients, contractors, vendors, all the participants of the design process, especially the ones we have difficult relationships with wonder? And what if we engaged in conversations and listened to the inanimate aspects of our project, like the site, materials, light, space, and design itself, with a childlike wonder and curiosity, imbuing them with life? How could that change our perspectives, relationships, design process, and project outcomes? So let's go a little further and think about the act of listening itself. It's kind of amazing, isn't it? Sound waves are translated into shared and intelligible language and grammar, full of so much meaning and experience. It's so easy to take for granted. I know I do. But if we really ponder it, the fact that we can discover what's going on behind the curtain of another mind with its rich and unique history, creativity, design experiences, it's such a remarkable gift. And when we become these active receivers of the gift, we can open up new expanded perspectives and new ways of communication with all the participants of the design process. We receive a lot more than what was said. In turn, these relationships are transformed at two levels. First, the difficult or unproductive relationships can be revitalized and seen with new eyes. And second, the already fruitful collaborations and interactions can reach a whole new plane of synergy. So, with all these amazing benefits, how can you listen with more wonder and intention in your daily design lives? I'd love to encourage you to try an exercise this week, which I designed and personally love and practice all the time. It's just one aspect of the many different levels of listening that we explore in our membership community workshops and coaching sessions. So here's what you have to do: choose two people within your design sphere, one with whom you have a difficult, maybe tricky relationship with, and the second with whom you get along really well and work productively. With each of these interactions, put yourself in the shoes and persona of an architect and designer who has just arrived from planet Jupiter and has never met an Earthling before, but is fascinated by what she sees of the built environment on Earth and can't wait to meet the designers. In your conversation, really inhabit the wonder. Wow, I can experience the words they are saying, the creative ideas, feeling, design philosophy, all of that they are communicating. Wow, this is someone who's speaking from their own unique experiences, history, belief systems, and what design means to them. I have no idea what they're going to say next. And from this perspective, see for yourself how your conversation transforms and what novel insights and understandings you gain. In addition, how would you, a designer from Jupiter, interact with a building material completely foreign to you? The architect Louis Kahn famously asked, "Brick, what do you want to be?" Try asking that kind of question of a building material and listen to what arises. As one of my very wise meditation teachers, Ken Sampson, told me once, every conversation has the potential within it to fully transform your life. What I'm suggesting here is let's just start with the new recognition that every conversation has the potential within it to bring wonder in your life and your design process and projects. And in order for that to happen, you have to be open to receiving that gift of wonder. Once you've taken the plunge with this exercise, let me know how it went. I'm all ready to listen, and I'm not even from nearby Venus. Listening is seldom talked about or taught in design circles. Perhaps it is because it's not something that can be directly monetized. This is a skill that you can cultivate and hone. So try it and see it for yourself what value it can bring to your design process and project outcomes. I look forward to your comments and questions in the chat box below. If you haven't already, please visit our website at contemplativedesigner.com for more information on us. And if you have questions, please DM me on Instagram and LinkedIn. If you have found this beneficial, please share with other designer friends and colleagues. In my next video, I will talk about a new understanding of momentum in design and share a valuable insight tool and practice that can help you regain the momentum when it starts to dissipate during the very long design process of a project. So until we meet next time, let's actively bring the wow factor into every conversation and see what happens.